Hi everybody, it's Pat Steve, Spices Media, and welcome to the channel, folks. Morning everybody, Pat Steve, Spices Media, doing a little 24 hours ago in beautiful downtown Blackpool, and I'm here by Jubilee Gardens to remember the three officers who died in, I think it was 1983, 5th of January. We'll never forget them. A man, his dog had gone in the sea, and these three officers came to assist him, and the officers drowned. I can never remember if the man drowned, but I think the dog survived. So this is Jubilee Gardens. I've been down here a few times. I'm heading north this morning for a change, so I'm just gonna fly through here. This whole area is a remembrance for the emergency services, which was inspired by that death. So at the end of here, well at the top of here, there's a nice pond. And years ago that pond used to come down as a river, and different spots along here we can see here that the tarmac dips a bit, the river runs across there, and it weaved its way back and forth across the path. Quite a few remembrance benches down here. Savoy there, but it's got the sun behind it. I don't know if you'll see it, I can't see. Got a leftover from the illuminations here, one of the TARDISes. Again a little dip there. Oh sorry, no, it's here, a little dip here where the river flowed across. The Cliffs Hotel there I've just about got. And if I come over here, we have this lovely fountain. Now today I've got it early on with the sun behind me. So it glistens quite nice. Lovely. So I always class this as a garden of remembrance, although specifically it's not intended as that. The garden was here way before them times, I think. So I'm coming up now onto the top of Prom. We've got the Cliffs Hotel to the right. The tide luke's way out. Just try and get in a good spot. So it's a bit early for 24 hours today, but it's very sunny. I decided to get up, and yesterday I had to head south without filming to come back so I could get the sun behind me. So today I'm heading north, and I've got the sun behind me and to the right, so I head north this morning, my truck, and it's very mild. It's probably about 3 or 4 degrees, so it's still a bit chilly. We've got the cabin lift there and the boating lake down at the bottom. And just a few weeks ago Charlie Beach was here, and he didn't understand. He knew the area was the cabin, but he didn't realise that Mark Kelly's over the road, the showboat. That was the site, and that was the name of the cabin before Mark Kelly's took it over. So we've got the Doric Hotel The other hotels next to it, I can't see them being done up. I think it's the Sheraton. A better shot down here at this boating lake. If I can just squeeze over. So in winter that gets flooded a few times. Got some people way out over there on the beach. I don't know if I've got them or not. What a lovely, lovely mild morning. Got the North Pier in the distance and the towers hiding behind the lampposts. So just left of the Sheraton, the detached building with the flags. That's the casino. I think it's called the Genting Casino now. It was the Castle Casino for years. So we've got some toilets here for you, and going to fly down now to Bistram. So you can see that the illuminations, a lot of them have been taken down, but the posts are still there. So this is a service road for the illuminations and for dog walkers, although there's a little road at the side for dogs, but some choose to come this way. Got a few hotels, care homes, nursing homes dotted along here, but a lot of them are flats and private residences. So what a lovely morning, folks. What a lovely morning. A little memorial bench there for Dennis and Elizabeth Waits from Blackpool, killed along with 36 innocent victims, 28 of them British, in Tunisia, 26th of June 2015. May the sun and the stars shine bright for you always. That's lovely. So I'm not sure what happened in Tunisia. I'll have to research that, or you can. More nice houses and flats. The fences are still up because they're still taking the illuminations down, or they might have started putting them back up by now, I'm not sure. And this next little area is I think it's a map. So we've got north, south, east and west there. So that's a plaque in memory of John A. Shaw, civil engineer. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, that gives us the Isle of Man is that way. I can't read that. Cat Belt, I don't know what that is. Can't read that. And Snowdon's over that way. Isle of Man's that way. And I can't read the others, I'm afraid, they're a bit warm. So this is another nice little seating area. It's still a memorial, but it's also a little pointer where on a clear day you can see certain things. It's a bit bumpy. Got some flats here, and then coming up we've got the illuminations that are still standing that haven't been taken down fully yet. Well, as I said, they could be putting them back up now, you never know. Got what used to be the miners' home there in the distance. It was the miners' convalescence home, and as I've told you a few times, one of my cousins was on a tram when we were all kids with his mum and dad, and there used to be a flower bed at the front with MCH, and he started jumping up and down on the tram saying, "Mum, does MC Hammer live there?" That cough's still bad. I'm still on the fags. I've got the mildest one I can get now, which I think is Rothman's silver, but they're 15 quid a packet, folks. Helroyd Hotel, Briarcliff, Seacoast, and we're approaching Bispam Station, which is now a nice cafe that my mate has. And there's another cafe further down Red Bank Road. So we're coming up to these end tabloids. Still got the pirate ship. So I've said that they've been taking them down for months, and I think it's nearly time to put them back up now. These last few have gone here. Got the Highlands Hotel. We've got a mandatory tram. That's the first one I think we've passed. And as we come across, got Hearts Amusements. That's by Mr. Hoddy, who owns half the street. But not everybody gets on with him, and my friend here and him have quite a few arguments, as does many of the other people. Hearts Amusement was the Hart family, and it's now sold to Mr. Hoddy, who has Bispam, Cleveleys kitchen, and the powder room over there he rents, and quite a lot of different businesses. So say, not everybody sees eye to him. He's a very successful businessman, having trained as a barrister, I think, in his youth, and then went into the catering industry and the property industry. So we're just coming up now. You can come and get a nice 99 here with a Cadbury's flake. Let's just get a bit more of this sea. Now we've got a rock out there that everybody mistakes as the Pennystone rock. I'm not sure what its name is. Let's see if we can get it. I don't know if I've got it or not. I've not got my glasses on. Now apparently the Pennystone rock is a little further out than that, and it very rarely gets uncovered. But everybody calls that one the Pennystone rock because it's near to where the other one was. You can see the tide's out quite a long way. We've got more toilets here, some kiddie swings, and some nice few hotels and nice big houses along here. So in the distance there we've got the Norbreck Castle. Oh, it's a lovely morning for a ride, folks. I'm enjoying this fresh, crisp air. I'm going to have to stop and empty my nose and throat in a minute. I'll try and do that off camera, although Bobby likes me doing it on camera to put women off me, so I actually might even film it. That'd keep Bobby happy, wouldn't it? I wonder how many subscribers I'd lose if I just like blow my nose on the street and empty my throat. Oh, you can't do that. This is now a family channel. Still getting a few people asking for the antisocial baby that we used to do, which is what made the channel. There's still a bit more of that on Spiceheads on Facebook. A lot of the old stuff's there, but a lot of that stuff you couldn't post today because the world is too woke, and it has been overlooked and left alone, luckily. Now we're just coming up here. I've got the sun. I'll try and get it from this side. That is 294 Queen's Prom. That was one of my ancestral homes where I lived as a child with my parents. Now there was videos of us in the front garden there in 1976 watching a veteran and vintage car show travel along here. I don't know if that's it was on my personal channel and on my Spice Edge channel, so when everything was deleted and the subs stolen, it was taken. But I think there's a copy of it sent from my cousins in Canada. There we've got the Harlands, sorry. No, that's where I used to work when I was about 13, 14. For a nice guy called Steve Loach, and his wife then was Sandra. I don't know if they're still with us. They'll be in the 70s or 80s now. I last saw them about 10 years ago in Leeds. And Steve and Sandra split up, and he got a new wife who, God, I can't remember her name. She used to go to school with me. So we're coming up to the Norbreck now. This is probably the biggest hotel in Blackpool, and probably the hotel that gets the worst ratings in Blackpool, although some people do reviews and have said it's not that bad, so you never know. It is very cheap, but even if it were 30 quid dinner, bed and breakfast for 2 nights, I don't think I'd like to go and review it with Bobby. It used to have really good entertainment years ago when I lived around here. We stopped for a nice view of that beach. So as you look at that, there's like a conservatory in the middle, which is covered in white film, I think, to stop the sun. They used to do entertainment in there at the nights, and I can remember even seeing a fire eater in there a few years ago. I don't know if they could have them in hotels today. So leaving the Norbreck, they're mostly residential houses down on this end. We look back there across that sea, looking down towards Cleveleys and Rossall. What a lovely morning, folks. Beautiful. Now as we come down here and get a bit closer, I'll mention that Star Wars Andor is important in this little video this morning, if I can make it there on time. I don't know if I will or not. I'm only trying to do 20-30 minutes of the sights and sounds of beautiful downtown Blackpool. Morning! So a subscriber there just give me a morning. Nice flats down this end as we approach Little Bispam. Oh, there's a fork in the road. Now, if we went to the left to get home, what happens to our brain when sometimes we go to the right and we think, why did we go to the right when we know that going to the left takes us home? This is one of my paradox things about life and how things just happen. No matter how many times we've driven along a road and gone to the left, there'll always be that occasion when we'll go to the right by mistake. And I've often wondered in life, with them sorts of mistakes that are quite often fatal, we're not talking about roads, we're just talking about that situation where we do something completely different to what we should do. Quite strange. So I don't know if the toilets are still open there at Little Bispam. I'm just coming around. Got a boating club there. Now if I get too low down I won't be able to see that sea very well, so I might stay. We'll stay on this level. Oh, we'll do a wheelie in the sand. Oh, this level I don't know if it continues or not. So again, still beautiful views to the sea. Now here is a famous wreck that has deteriorated considerably in from when I was a kid. I don't know if I've got it or not. And then just behind that wreck you'll see hopefully another little green buoy like I filmed yesterday, and that's the sewage station from Anchor's Home here. So as I come along here I've got Anchor's Home Park to my right, quite a nice big park, children's area, cafes, not sure what other things are on there, but a nice place again for lots of dog walk. We've got a crow crowing. There's that wreck. I don't understand why I can't see it as clearly. It must have washed down quite a lot more than it had done. For years and years I remember that as sticking up when I lived down here. Well, I'm going back to the 70s, but I wouldn't have thought it would. It almost looked like somebody's been and chopped bits off it that stick up, or maybe when I think about it, this is how slow I get, it's possible that the sand has arisen around it and it's buried it a bit deeper. So you can research that. I'm not sure what year it was when it went. Another road down to the beach there. So we're coming up now to this sewage station, and it's got the stainless steel stink pipes like the one we saw the other day, and there's quite big tanks around here where sewage and fluid is stored. I think they're just below me because the pumping station used to be down there, I think. So this is a nice little circular piece of promenade as we fly around. It's got bollards of peace to stop cars and vans coming, I think, so I don't know if they have something on in there that would be large crowds of people. So we're coming in to the edge of Cleveleys. I'm not going to do shopping on it down Victoria Road. I'm only showing you this journey, and it's been nice to have you all with me. Now there's a few £1 million been spent here. I'm not sure if it's by Cleveleys, by Wyreborough Council or Blackpool, and as well as the normal sea defences. So we've got the Cleveleys sign there as we officially leave Blackpool and Bispam and head into Cleveleys. So look at these rather unusual sea defences they've been building for the last couple of years. I think they're still doing it up there, looking at it. Really nice promenade area here, and we've got these concrete ramps every so often, so that if there's a sea incident, the lifeboat vehicles can get past the concrete and the brick jetties. I think that was the excuse that was told to me, but it just doesn't make sense whatsoever, folks. I just can't get my head around why we've spent millions of pounds. Not the rocks may be okay to curb the rough seas, but why have they put these concrete ramps? Just seems nuts. Nice little curve round here. Plenty of people walking. I've not seen many dogs today. These beautiful little seating areas along here. So we've passed Victoria Road now. Got some flats here. I think we've got a gym and a cinema and possibly a pub here. I think the pub had gone last time I looked. So there's some of that work they're doing. We'll stay on the Zoom a little bit, and if it doesn't work, I'll edit it. I am trying to do a one-stop with no edits, so I better pull it back just in case. It's got some big trucks, some big diggers. This is the view. I think that's the cinema. So, quite an unusual bit of work. Don't know what's happening exactly. So that was the Jubilee Park to the right, which is gone. And they're doing some work on this, folks, which is a surprise. I didn't think they'd touch that because it's such an iconic thing in Cleveleys. So we've got work vans here, and we're here, folks. So I'm going to get my glasses on and try and get you that. I don't know if I can. I think that's it. I just can't tell. So, folks, so I don't know if you've watched Star Wars Andor, and if you know what I'm on about. Well, this is where a lot of it was filmed. Andor was in this area. The backdrop looked completely different, obviously, and it was just around here, I think, and around this area somewhere. One of the mechanical policemen came and picked him up with his shoulder, and this is where it was, folks. Somebody hitting with something. So, folks, It's Pat Steve in beautiful downtown Blackpool, but at the moment I'm in beautiful downtown Cleveleys. We've got a generator rumbling away over there as we do some work on the beach. I've got the cafe behind me, which was in the location for the Star Wars Andor series on 2 occasions, I think. So for now, this has been 24 hours in beautiful downtown Blackpool. See you later, folks. Keep safe, everybody. So stay safe, everybody. Pat Steve, Spiceheads Media.